Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus, where we are at nothing to sneeze at. I mean, we're at 6 wins in a row. You take a deep breath, because we only lose once on quarantine. Okay, do not press the spacebar item as a meme. 1, 2, 3, 9, LG3H. I like the start. Good damage, rate of fire is within the bounds of normal and effective tiers. HP, all you want out of HP is not like, you know, enough to win the game. You just want enough to be able to survive 1 to 2 mistakes early. Usually, especially because we picked up a dime there, usually we would expect to be able to kind of get our own self-sufficiency by that point, you know? I know it's a bad word, and for good reason, but we can bootstrap ourselves using a little bit of extra HP early in the game. We can take risks that lead to more HP later. So we can actually, this is one of the environments where we can do the boomers proud. Pull ourselves up by our bootstraps and bootstraps, there we go. And be at a reasonable level of HP moving forwards in the game. And I gotta be honest, I love potato peeler as a as an option here. I love potato peeler as a spacebar item. So that, oh yeah, move through the bats, move through the bats. That's fair, I understand. I love potato peeler as an option, because if we're gonna take a 2-heart devil deal, we can get an orbital and a damage upgrade out of it, which is really good. Now, potato peeler did also contribute to us losing a streak we had earlier. This is why you always kind of like buy more spirit hearts than you think you're gonna need. You should also focus a little bit more on dodging and a little less on maintaining 100% accuracy, but I'm feeling quite surgical right now. Oh, we missed 2 there. So once we finish with this, we'll have a little time to talk. A little time to open up the old, you know, the banter lockdown. It's good hits. One more miss will probably be enough to get us where we need to go. Okay, it was close. Pageant boy, you love to see it. You're just looking for any special coins. We didn't get there. Was there a donation machine? There's a donation machine, you gotta tell us. We didn't want the donation machine. I think we're gonna buy this, and I regret it. But I think you fish for it, because if you get the Hermit, or you get the Stars, or you get the Hierophant, or, you know, even the Sun, anything along those lines is big and easy money. So I'm feeling pretty good. Oh, you're my friend. You were my friend. I'll see you again when the Hulkster gets to heaven. Sorry. It just gets me a little bit weepy every time. The world just lost another Hulkamaniac, a friend till the end. Very one of the most emotional, pathos-laden songs ever built, I think. I know I didn't say created. I built is probably a better term for that, in my opinion. I wish Hulk's love could bring you back again. Let's try again. Okay. With 9 cents. You know you gotta buy that 7-cent item. Mom's bottle of pills. It's not a horrible return on our investment. We want the key, but a 7-cent item from the shop is very interesting. And quite clearly, money is somewhat unlikely to be a problem for us. Okay, so we do have real key status here. And I gotta tell you, the odds are that that is not a library, just because of the fact that it's a narrow room. Don't quote me on that. That's me talking like, you know, I'm talking conjecture. But I think that if it's not a library, the odds of us getting a chest that gives us a key is also pretty high. It's not a library. It's Book of Shadows. What? Okay, so this is... Don't even pick up the money yet. Don't risk it. Okay. So Book of Shadows gets charges, so we definitely want to get it charged. It's a much better item than Potato Peeler, especially... Yo, this spider is doing some new tech on me. Especially when you remember that Potato Peeler, we could just use it. Or Our charges are not going to line up here, unfortunately. But your potato peeler, we can just use it and still get an advantage out of it. I'm very, very happy we'll be getting, hopefully, some good damage with, you know, these, I hate to call them gapers, but that's the name. Alright, what do you got for me? Old bandage is very good stuff. And then, is this a 2-heart deal? I can't tell. It's definitely a 2-heart deal. What do you got for me? Chariot's so good, dude. We'll definitely take it. It's Satanic Bible, which is even better than Book of Shadows. But I've kind of got whiplash here because we're making such, you know, bold moves so quickly. I'm just realizing now, oh, the other room is a double key room. That's right. Okay, so we would definitely want to chariot this. Blood bag? IV bag, how dare you? How dare you? I don't even think we get plays out of it right here. So do we want to use potato peeler? I'm going to go ahead and say that the answer to that question, believe it or not, for me right now is no. What we want is a key, and oh my lord, we actually got it. I'm a little surprised. So we need stats, like in particular speed and tears would go a long way. Potato peeler just kind of scares me right now. I don't feel compelled to go for it. What a weird floor though. Dry baby. Honestly, a pretty acceptable return on our investment. I think we just... I can't get a conversation started because these freaking gapers just are shooting non-stop. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. Jeez Louise, dude. Now we don't know our own HP. That's okay, because we got 1 red heart that is half full and 3 spirit hearts. And really, all we need to do is press spacebar once or twice with a charge on this floor, and things are going to start to become crystal clear for us. Very, very early. I'll take it. I'll take it. I really just don't want you to explode accidentally. You're gonna... yeah. That's okay. You did well. You did very well for us. I appreciate it immensely. Okay, you just shouldn't be standing there, to be honest. We're not in even close to train wreck territory, but we are at least, like, observing... I'll try. Oh, well. We're at least observing train wreck potential, and our hope right now is to just get out ahead of it. So what do we need to not train wreck here? Really, it's a tiers upgrade and preferably speed, like I said earlier. An unbelievable deal with the devil item would sort it out for us, like, instantaneously. But you can see from this room, our problem is very apparent, you know? We just don't have very much killing power. The less killing power we have, the higher our burn rate is on HP. And I would say even with Satanic Bible, I wouldn't be surprised if our burn rate is like... well, our burn rate is positive, if that makes sense. So we're losing HP faster than we're gaining it. But it won't take a lot to change that. That helps. It is empty right now, but it still helps. I don't think we can really find ourselves going to the curse room and feeling particularly pleased with it. That's okay. This is a... I need a run with the slow hand. Do you guys get that song in... you know, 45% of you, by my analytics, are from the United States of America. You guys get that song in America? I always talk about songs that they only play in Canada, because we have, like, a law here that you need to play a certain amount of Canadian content to keep your public funding. No thank you. Not if we had, interestingly enough, if we had used Potato Peeler, that would have given us, like, a free win. But there's, like, a few songs that are, like, every Canadian knows them. I'll be waving my hand, watching you you know, stuff like that. Now, if you're a cool American of a certain age, you're like, I know that song. Kudos to you. However, what was I gonna say? Whoops. Whoop. Whoop. Let's go. Because we've got a curse that doesn't let me see where I've been, let's keep going until we get to the item room. So at least I know that I've been there. But I've been hearing one, like, driving to doctor's appointments and, you know, the pharmacy and stuff like that, because we still got this whole pregnancy situation. And it's maybe the cheesiest, like, 1970s, 80s glam rock song I've ever heard. It goes, I'm a spaceship superstar. Not that bad, right? I got a rocket-powered solar laser beam guitar. It, like, literally is just it's keyword stuffed with, like, every possible, galactic rock trope. I'm sure that's a Canadian one. Exclusively, because it has lyrics. The only lyric I remember every time I hear it like, you know, once a week right now, is the audience flocked like meteorites. And I'm like, that's not even, that barely makes sense. Like, meteorites are so rare that we have a weather event named after them when they happen. It's like it's news when there's a meteor shower. The fans, they flocked like meteorites. Yo, okay, big damage. I'll take it. You didn't believe me, by the way. I'm sure many of you were skeptical when I said we were in pseudo train wreck territory. I hope after watching that last room, you're like, okay, he has a little point. Maybe not a big point, but he's got a little point. There's a little train wreck possibility happening there. Oh, I didn't even see you. I thought you were my friend. I'll see you again. When the Eden gets to heaven, we'll tag up again. We'll re-roll again. The world just lost another Northernlion streak. I wish this time 100 wins he'll seek. I don't mind taking a little damage. Life goes on here, you know? What we want to do is get a Tears upgrade. That's also, like, Marrow. I've heard Marrow allows you to fish for Tears upgrades. Hold on. So that's, you know what? Marrow, Isaac, Tears upgrades. Let me see. Why does this Binding of Isaac wiki look like it's on GitHub? Marrow. Grants 1 bone heart and spawns 3 red hearts. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe it's brittle bones. Let me make sure hold on. Okay, I'm just making sure because we got a stream coming up. Just want to make sure everybody's kept aware of what we're doing. So if we can't fish, I'm just heading down to the next floor. Anyway, we can banter. I mean, I guess now that I think about it, we have been bantering with that I'm a spaceship superstar. But we can banter a little bit more. Just a pretty low-key week here. We do have a... It's weird, dude. Like, we have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. And, you know, it's like pregnancy doctor's appointment. I'm not allowed to go into the clinic. I get it. Don't get me wrong. And I think I've complained about this already. I'm not allowed to go into the clinic with my wife because of, you know, social distancing stuff, which I do understand, but at the same time, I'm like, that sucks. It's better than our last doctor's appointment, which was literally just done over the phone. That was back, you know, in at the end of March when people were like, if you ever come in contact with another human being, you're gonna die. So we did it over the phone, and our doctor went like, how are you feeling? And we went, well, I don't speak for Kate at the doctor's appointment, obviously, but Kate was like, pretty good. But like, I get a headache now and then. And she's like, okay, that's probably nothing, but at the same time, you could be dying. So why don't you go out and buy this like blood pressure monitor? Why don't you go out and buy a bunch of medical supplies that normally, you know, your taxes would have covered for you and etc. But anyway, I'm not, you know, I'm just saying those checks are still cashing. Regardless, I do understand it. I'm just basically doing what boomers do, which is complaining about things that they understand and then acting like that gives them some kind of intellectual superiority. Regardless, I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I'm going to drive my wife to the appointment, and then I'm going to sit in the car like a spaceship superstar. I'm going to sit in the car and look at my phone, and then she's going to come out and be like, it's over. I don't, well, not like, that's menacing. We're not taking that. No. But it's just weird. I prefer to be in there. I really think, like, all doctor's appointments, it's good to have your spouse in there. It's all, if you want privacy, don't get me wrong. But, like, I think that having a second person in a doctor's appointment keeps you honest, you know? Like, sometimes I'll have a physical with my doctor. It sounds like a euphemism or a double entendre, but it's not. And she'll be like, how's your diet? And I'll be like, it's pretty good. Kate will be like, he eats a lot of pierogies. And I'm like, you know what? I'm actually glad you're here. Because I tried to cheat the system by lying to my doctor. My diet is not horrible, but I do on occasion eat a decent number of pierogies. Not exactly the perfect food. Not very keto friendly. It's mashed potatoes wrapped in bread, basically. So sure, you know, I think that it's good to have a second person there. Same, like, and it also allows us to be like good cop, bad cop with the doctors sometimes. Like, you know, when Kate had like really bad morning sickness. Help. I told you we were in pseudo train wreck territory, dude. This is a big floor for us. Thank you, thank you. When Kate had really bad morning sickness, the doctor was like, how's your morning sickness? And Kate went like, it's pretty bad. And then I looked at the doctor and went, she can barely get out of bed some mornings. And the doctor was like, okay, I'm gonna give you a prescription, like a limitless prescription for anti-nausea medicine. I was like, ladies and gentlemen, we got her. You get leverage, you know. It's a good group negotiation, art of the deal. Never split the difference, whatever. Okay, please. This is a big one. This is, hey, I deserve that. So we got the deal. No Krampus. It's not Krampus, dude. So we'll definitely try to take both. I am the master of diagonal walking. So how do you feel about that? And I think we just go. So again, still not in a train wreck situation. Making decent time. Rate of fire suffers immensely here. However, and this is the big however, our damage is now great and also piercing. So, great and piercing damage. Sorry, about 99% of the flashbacks I get in my head are to George Takei introducing Paramount Pictures films from the Addams Family VHS when I was a child that I used to watch over and over. I don't know if I've ever seen Clear and Present Danger. At least I haven't in like 2.5 decades. But I can picture his voice in my head, or imagine his voice in my head. Clear and Present Danger. Here at the Milwaukee Board of Transportation. Hi, I'm Lieutenant Zulu. Have you seen that video? George Takei promoting Milwaukee's bus system. Apparently he's a public transportation advocate, but I'm just making fun of it because it's cheesy. Public transportation is great. And I take it all the time in the non-corona times. However, I just love the video. It's like, when I'm not on the Starship Enterprise, my preferred form of transportation is the bus. And then I forget what he says. It's like, you'll arrive in a flash, and he teleports away or something. It's a great video. Highly recommended. What I can't believe our luck stat is not horrible, considering this is like the most consumable poor run I've had in recent memory. You know what would really go a long way on this run? And I know I'm complaining a little bit more than is appropriate here, but it's really just tears. Just have it, like, I think everyone that plays Isaac or has played Isaac for, you know, 3,500 freaking hours can relate. Low damage sucks, don't get me wrong. And in extreme cases, low damage is worse than low tiers. Like, if you were at the rate of fire cap and you were doing, like, 0.05 damage, so every time you landed a shot, it didn't do any damage, and it took 300 shots to kill an enemy, you would probably be more frustrated. However, I can live with that. However, there's nothing more frustrating on the average Eden seed than just having a subpar rate of fire. Even when your damage is good, you're like, you should be dying faster than you're dying, but you're not dying faster, and I hate you. So that's just the low speed, sure, is annoying, but low damage can be lethal. But low rate of fire is the one that's psychologically the most damaging, in my opinion. So we're just trying to get to the shop. Not many tiers upgrades there, but, you know, lots of potential options for us regardless. You know, that could really ease our pain. I definitely want to open this golden chest. Even if we don't get a great item, the consumable haul is likely to be pretty terrible. Okay. This is... You gotta pay the tax in Isaac, okay? And this is the tax. You knew there was a chance it could happen. I do appreciate the consumables. I hope our next shop does not have super greed, because I have it on good authority that he's super greedy. You like that? A little vibrato in there? He's super greedy. I can get down with that. Okay. So, we're fishing for 33%. Pick a number between 1 and 10,000. Did you pick between 1 and 3,375? Congratulations. You got it right. I was thinking of 1. I guess. Don't shoot your beams, dude. I baited him. Dude, I'm a genius. Are you seeing these genius level plays? Let me out. My genius is no longer on display. That was just not smart. However, maybe... Nope. Oh, we've done it. We definitely do want 1 HP. I think we take it, honestly, just... It's not greed. It's really just we need what we can get in this situation. Okay. Depths 2. I will reiterate. We really should be sitting pretty on this run. We do enough damage that even a pretty poor rate of fire setup for us right here shouldn't affect us too much. But man, oh man, for quality of life, you know? It's like the difference between like eating a delicious meal and eating like a nutritionally complete meal that is like literally going to keep you alive. Of course, I'm not gonna, well, I mean, I might in some situations complain about a meal that tastes like garbage but keeps you alive, but, you know, I'll drink like a meal replacement shake now and then and be like, you know what? It was worth the loss of taste relative to this meal for the convenience and the nutritional profile of getting this into my system. Sometimes you don't have, you know, the time to cook or eat a delicious and nutritious lunch. So, you know, there's aspects where that matters. However, just because it is hitting the spot for you in a nutritional sense, it doesn't necessarily mean there's nothing to complain about. You catch my drift, partner? No malarkey. Something. I don't know what I'm talking about. What does he say? Listen here. I know it's the Joe Biden insult bot on Twitter gets me every time. Hey, champ. I forget what he says. Anyway. You know, we have a curse, so I'm not sweating the direction here. You know what I am sweating, though? We should be using a bomb to get in here. Watch battery? Watch battery probably beats whatever the heck, you know, garbage that is. And then this beats watch battery. Sorry, watch battery. You never had a chance. Beautiful. Thank you so much. I was hoping you'd pay out early. I don't really want to spend our only key to open a golden chest right now. I think that's how you get yourself in trouble. I really don't want to spend one of our 2 keys on opening a golden chest either. I think that's like a 6 key situation. We're gonna get there though. What else is going on? Honestly, like very little, which is typical. You know, I'm having a pretty good week. Playing like we played it for Unity. But Call of Duty Warzone, dude. Oh, what a game. I was having fun with it when I didn't know what I was doing. And then I read a lot of my comments that told me what to do. And I started performing substantially better. And I was like, oh my god. This game's extremely good. I've already said it in multiple avenues. I understand, by the way. Praising a Call of Duty Battle Royale is like going to watch a Transformers movie and then trying to convince your friends, like, no, it's not just fun, like, it's actually, like, good. Like, it's actually, like it's worth your time and effort to consume it, and you're like, yeah, but Yakuza Kiwami just came out for Game Pass. I don't know, that game might be great as well. I'm assuming it is. Everybody keeps asking me to play the Yakuza games. I'm just saying that this is also, like, it's just really fun. It's like the most fun multiplayer FPS I have played in forever. Like, I'm having substantially more fun with this than I was even having with, like, the Halo remake. It's just non-stop dopamine. I love also that there's no way to die. It's like a nobody's ever really gone sort of situation. Spelunker's hat. Not really what we were looking for as, like, our #1, like, gateway drug towards winning, but on the bright side, we can now see or infer the location of secret rooms. How about that? I like the compass. And then I think we reroll. And it's tight because red candle would be nice, but I think our pre-existing damage is high enough to make this irrelevant. Now, blank card is admittedly also very good, but to get rid of Satanic Bible is very tough for me. I think that we're content. I think that we're content with where we are. Not having curses anymore, being able to see where we're going. These are very positive things for a run that is not suffering in the damage department, but could be thriving more. And a 40% deal with the devil chance. Oh, baby. A 40% non-Krampus deal with the devil chance. I can't believe there's no trinket in this game that has explored the design space around either forcing Krampus or ignoring Krampus. That's actually, I'm not saying I can't believe it, like, oh, what an obvious decision, because it's 4,000 episodes in and I only just came up with it on my own here. But I'm like, man, that would be a really useful trinket. A trinket that either forces Krampus or a trinket that that makes it so Krampus can appear and deals with the devil. Don't get me wrong. It's a niche use case, but that's never stopped them before. Sure, I like it, and I will teleport. Don't mind it. Save this a little time, at least. So we should be nigh unkillable. And I'm not talking about Bill. But man, the 75% chance of getting a 5% chance to raise our rate of fire is really keeping me going right now. It's like mom's making roast beef. And roast beef will keep us alive, but it's not chicken fingers, you know what I mean? No, Colonel Sanders, you're wrong. Mama's right. I can't believe that quote kind of fit there. I will say, if you're listening to this and you're like, I also hate roast beef, I'm here to tell you, I bet in most circumstances, you know, if you're not making a dietary choice to avoid beef for whatever reason, I bet you don't actually hate roast beef. I bet you just hate roast beef the way it's cooked in your home. And I don't want to sell out moms and aunts and grandmas and dads and older brothers, you know, worldwide. Okay, this is not great damage on my part. Oh, why would you pick it up so early? But I'm here to tell you, I grew up hating roast beef. It was part of my grandma's rotation of meals. I grew up in, like, with my parents, but we also just lived in a location with my grandparents as well, so we could have 2 generations under one roof. Or 3 generations under one roof, I should say. So my grandma did all the cooking because my parents, you know, worked full-time. Oh, finally! A relevant stat upgrade, and Rune Bag is obviously amazing, by the way. Oh my god, stop getting hit, dummy! But anyway, it was in my grandma's oeuvre. It was on my grandma's set list. It would be like ham, roast beef, and then like once a week, like breaded chicken burgers. And I was like, that's when she's playing the hits. That's like going to the Modest Mouse concert and they play Float On. By the way, I know the Modest Mouse discography. I still think it's a good example. I saw. I've been a fan of Modest Mouse since, you know. I'll admit, I did, like, the gateway drug to, like, indie music for everybody in my generation was either, like, Garden State or Float On by Modest Mouse. And then for, if you're slightly younger, it was probably, like, you know, Phoenix. But, so I bought, you know, Good News for People Who Love Bad News, the Modest Mouse album with Float On it. And then I went online and I was like, this is the best album ever. And the reviews were like, it's pretty good, but it's not as good as their other stuff. And I was like, what? Is that even possible? And then I listened to their older stuff. And gradually I was like, you know what? You're right. And now I'm like, if it ain't built nothing out of something, get it out of here. But where was I going with this? I did see Modest Mouse play a concert in my hometown. My hometown is a mix of, like, basically a 50-50 split of, like, undergraduate and graduate students who are either intellectuals or wannabe intellectuals. I'll put myself in the secondary camp there. And then people who went to high school in my town and didn't leave. And I'm not looking down on that. Sincerely, I'm not looking down on that. Because most of the people I went to school with, some of them are killing it. But some of them are, like, not doing what they thought they'd be doing. Whereas the people who went to high school in my hometown and then never left, a lot of them are like, I own my own, you know, drywall hanging business now. And I'm, you know, I get to spend a lot of time with my kids. Those are big positives, dude. And I saw Modest Mouse play a concert in my hometown. They did not play Float On, and people started losing their minds. Openly booing. Because they played their songs. You know, they did play Dashboard. It was around, like, you know, this is maybe 2008. I'm gonna go this. Maybe. They played Dashboard. And people were like, oh, so they play the hits. And then they finished their set, and they didn't play Float On. And people were like, don't sweat it, sweetheart. Mommy, why didn't Isaac Brock play Float On? They saved that for the encore, sweetheart. They came out for an encore and played, like, a 17-minute jam session, and then left. And everyone was like, that's all right. They're saving it for their second encore. There was no second encore. I thought it kind of owned. I was like, you know. I mean, I'm of two minds about it. Here's the thing. If I were a musician, would I play the hits at concerts? Yes, absolutely. I mean, you're watching me play Isaac, so, you know, you could probably fill in the blanks there. I would be one of those bands that's like, you know, I would tour like the Eagles. I would be like, we're not playing any new stuff. All we're doing is, we might tease them a little bit, like we'll play the opening lick of Hotel California, and then transition into, like, you know, take it easy. But we're gonna play all the hits. But there's some bands I think that are like, I resent the hits. I don't want to play them. And you know what? I actually respect them as artists a little bit more than I even respect myself. Not to say that I'm an artist to begin with, but because I think that they're like, you know what? I've played Creep 4,300 times at concert. I recognize that, you know, Johnny from Birmingham was not able to see me play Creep in 1993 when he was -8 years old, and it's his favorite song ever. I'm sorry, Johnny. Tom York's got to do Tom York. We're going to be playing some weird fishes today. I'm begging you for this 38% chance. Deal with the devil. Thank you. Thank you so much. We even get a per throw out of it. I don't think we want that. We'll take the reroll. I think that's good enough. I don't think we give a crap about Bookworm. Are you telling me we don't have Whore of Babylon here? I don't buy it, dude. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I mean, my Bone Heart counts as a red. Oh, I also had the Eternal Heart. Not that that changes things too much, but okay. So what am I stoked about? Void is all stats. And, I mean, it's not an all stats upgrade, but it only gives us stats, is what I'm saying. So, I'm very happy with the fact that we really, really should have a decent chance to get a stat upgrade. And maybe, well, we'll have a guaranteed chance to get a stat upgrade unless the items are so good we wouldn't want stats in the first place. And we have a pretty solid chance to get a Spirit Heart. Or a Tears upgrade, sorry. Tears upgrade. It's been a long day, okay? It has not been a long day. It's actually been a remarkably easy yet productive day. Some days, you know, are easier to record than others. This is one of the easier to record than others for sure. Dude, I love the double dog Oz. Thank you. Why'd you say it weird? That's all I got, okay? I don't know. I can't keep this banter going with a 17 rate of fire. During quarantine, it's day 900 of quarantine. I got nothing going on, okay? Have mercy. I've been playing all the board games under the sun. How many times can I talk about Clank? Can't talk about Clank that much, dude. Jerry, it's a deck builder. Are you rolling lots of 8s? Well, that's more Machi Koro. Another very good game. Are you rolling a lot of 9s? Are you rolling a lot of 4s? Are you rolling a lot of 5s? You like that? That's Reelin' in the Years by Steely Dan, but instead it's about rolling dice, rolling 2 dice. The weekend at your college where we played lots of Catan. We're rolling so much 4 that I don't understand. Are you rolling lots? Yeah, okay, anyway, you get it. You get the joke. The joke has played itself out, and in a good way. Play us out, what does that mean? Remember that? Frickin' thing sucks. We'll do it live. Here with a new cut off his album is Sting. Take us out. Alright, so we just rapid fire little micro bits happening at the end of this. Here's my new thought. Crack it. Crack it. Crack it. Crack it. Honestly, there's a case to be made for having taken Tough Love with 2 luck, but I wanted the maximum chance to get a rate of fire upgrade. I'm very thankful for how that turned out. I'm excited. No, thank you. I'm not excited, but give me the Empress here, please. We did, and I possibly could have a case to complain about the fact that we didn't get an immense Tears upgrade, but I think that's beneath me. I think we got enough there that we should be reasonably pleased. How about that, though? And what about Marked? No thanks, I'm full. Wafer's great. MB, no complaints. I bet this is not the right way, but sometimes you gotta go the wrong way to figure out what the right way even is, dude. There's a life lesson for you. Like, for example, were it not for me trying to stream on YouTube, I wouldn't have known I wanted to be a Twitch streamer. Oh! That back in the day. I know the joke doesn't really make sense anymore because, you know, I've watched some YouTube streams and they're actually, like, amazing now. The quality is so good. But back in the day, YouTube didn't even have a live chat. Instead, you basically left a comment on the stream and it didn't update live. Like, once every 15 seconds, all of the comments made in that 15-second interval were posted simultaneously. So if you ever thought it was, like, frustrating to post the message in chat on Twitch and just watch it fade away, imagine being the first person to post a message in, like, a quote-unquote message cycle, and then enough people also comment at the same time that your message literally doesn't even make it onto the screen. It was not a good system, but I know that they've made it a lot better. So I'm not hating on the YouTube side of things, especially because, you know, I'm on YouTube right now. Curious. How about that? Well, I'm so glad we got #1 here. That basically allowed us to coast to the world's easiest victory of all time. And then, what is this? What is this room? Hagalaz, get out of trash! Okay. And then, pretty much just walk around in a circle here. And then as soon as we get hit, we'll pop one of these. Man. Dry Baby's doing some heavy lifting here. Great run. I got no complaints. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. I've mentioned this in other series. If you enjoy my episodes, and I'm assuming if you watched 39 minutes and 20 seconds of Isaac in 2020, you probably do. Single best way you can support my channel and say thank you for the video is to click the like button. Sends a message to YouTube. This video is good. Show it to more people and show me more like this. And it sends a message to me, the creator. Hey, people still like this. I'm going to keep making it. For now, I would appreciate it if you did it. If you don't, that's okay too. Subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. We got great subscriber milestones that we've started to meet. And of course, Leave a comment. I'll be in there soaking up all the dopamine. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!